We had a really exciting furniture market at MAISON OBJET in Paris. And happily, I can report that we came back finding about 3 vendors who really had the look that we want, French companies who make the furniture themselves. And the look is basically this. What we did was a mock-up of one of the bedrooms of 25 Place Dauphine, which is what it'll be called. And we've put together how we want the bedroom to look so that the whole team can come and sort of decide if they think it feels like they could just fall asleep and sleep forever here, like the Princess and the Pea. I think we're going to succeed. And it's even better today because it's snowing like mad outside. And so the temptation of all of us is to just jump in this beautiful, comfortable bed. So I'll start with the headboards, which I just love. They're a flannel look headboard. And what I like about them is they're tailored and classic. We ordered some tables in a very pretty dark, warm gray. And I think our look is basically classic, but slightly soft classic, I guess you'd call it, with a mixture of antiques. So the table I love because it looks like sort of a campaign chest. Found another vendor who had these beautiful nickel lamps that I think will just look gorgeous. Give it a pop here. I bought some temporary mirrors, which I may use, but I need to antique them. Anyway, we'll see about that, but otherwise I've got some other ideas for maybe using gold frame mirrors to give a nice contrast, because you can use silver and gold together. It can be actually beautiful. Next thing we did was we found these gorgeous velvet shams for big pillows, and then our Paris Perfect branded linens, which are on the way, but they're I'm really excited because they have this beautiful little logo on the sides. And this is 300 thread count sateen cotton, and I think people will just love the softness of it. I was at an antique fair near the Rue Claire in the 7th arrondissement, which occurs maybe twice a year. And I met a woman who basically buys up antique linens from all around France, boils it, starches it, and sells it. And she had 7 different linen sheets that were used in the 1800s. And each was embroidered with different initials from the different families they came from. And of course, this was part of your dowry. If you were getting married and you could afford it, found someone who did embroidery to embroider your initials. This is our color scheme of Paris Perfect. It's all of the beiges from the fronts of the facades on Place Dauphine. They are all these warm beiges. So overall, I'm very happy with the look. So today I'm working on the artwork for the hotel. I'm quite excited about it because we've met the most fabulous photographer who has done some truly iconic pictures of Paris. And in fact, this one, unbeknownst to us before we bought the hotel, is the Place Dauphine, and it's actually the view of the Place just across from number 25. And I think she's so talented because this really introduces those warm stone colors that makes Place Dauphine famous. So what we'll be doing is, in the living rooms, probably framing 2 large vertical photographs of Paris. And we've got a selection of about 6, but here are 2 of them, one of Place Dauphine and of course this classic view of Paris from one of the most famous streets. And I love the way the Eiffel Tower is just sort of faded out. So it's like your memory of Paris. That's what I love about her photography. It's your dream of Paris. Some of my favorite pictures are just doorways of Paris in pale ivory and stone colors. This is a set of 3 that we'll be framing probably in a black frame or a very deep gray frame with nice matting all around it. And I think these would be gorgeous above the headboards, a set of 2 or 3. We've licensed a number of these pictures for our Paris Perfect store. And many of our guests actually were asking us, where did you get your photographs? Where could we buy some? Or what kind of memory can we bring back of Paris? And to me, these pictures are some of the most beautiful memories you could ever have. We'll have a very French country-style console. We chose something quite simple. It came in a white, off-white color, and I will be very busily painting these more of a taupe gray to go with the coffee tables, which are also gray. Yeah. One of my favorite rooms is actually the cellar, which we've restored back to the 17th century with a beautiful vault in the ceiling. And around the fireplace, the stone fireplace, will be 4 actually chocolate brown armchairs. The color will be this, but the chairs will be slightly larger, and I'm just very excited to open it to our guests, where we'll have cooking demonstrations, cooking classes, wine and cheese tastings, artists in residence, and lectures. I think it's just really a magic experience that we have wanted for a long time to offer to our guests, so that when they come to Paris, they really feel at home and that they can experience anything they want. Overall, it was difficult, but it was a really successful home furnishings fair. And the good news is all of them have promised delivery dates up to a week before we open. So going well, we should be fine for the opening.